halls. It's just an exciting time, and we're getting ready to go into room sign up for next year for our returning students and obviously for our freshmen coming in.
Ooh, fun times. I bet that's
Very much so, and always juggling something up in our main office.
I think, too, as we move into talking about the Center Pointe Suites, that you guys may be losing about 100 beds because the point of Center Pointe Suites, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you're going to be demolishing some other dorms so that you can rebuild new dorms.
Yes, you've done your homework. We're going to go negative about 100 and so the first year, but when we open a set of new facilities in August of 2013, we'll go net positive 300.
Nice.
So our down is only for about a year.
Not too bad. So how are you going to work out the lack of 100? I guess that just deters how many we can bring in. Is that what happens?
Yes and no. No, we require freshmen to live on campus. We will accommodate our freshmen at all times.
Right.
Today, we are 200 students below our capacity. So being a net negative 100 is just going to make things a little tighter, less room change opportunities. But yes, the first couple weeks of the semester, people will be in overflow most likely. But once we lose people that have changed institutions and other reasons, hopefully it should not be too much of an impact.
Okay. So tell us about the new Center Pointe Suites. I hear they're pretty sweet.
Center Pointe Suites. Well, we have a showroom in the University Suites Community Center. So if you'd like to come out and take a look at it, we have an actual real room, the real type of furniture we're purchasing,
awesome.
Where the outlets are going. We talk about the new VRV system, which is our HVAC control system. What is HVAC? Let me break that down in simpler terms. Air conditioning, heating.
Right.
And so we're letting you adjust your own temperature in these new facilities.
No
Private
way.
bathrooms. We are really, really, really excited about all this new development. I've been here about 4.5 years. When I got here, the first thing, the number one complaint I got is our facilities. How are we going to market a new freshman? How are we going to show that West Georgia is truly a destination institution? When we bring them onto this campus, we walk them into one of our older 1960s era residence halls. So I have spent the good portion of my time here doing nothing but try to get our finances in order, get our business plan in order, so we can convince the Board of Regents that we're ready to build. And they have responded affirmatively and said, carry on, destined to West Georgia. So
awesome.
we are full speed ahead right now.
So Center Pointe Suites got private air control. That's going to be interesting.
Individual air control for every room.
And then private bathrooms.
Private bathrooms,
That's
so
legit.
doubles and singles.
Nice. What's the largest room that you'll have?
About 15% of the building is going to be privates and 85% doubles. It are 600 beds in the building.
Wow.
Don't have the breakdown memorized. You can do your own math. But 15% of 600 is going to be private rooms and about 85% double rooms.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody can do the math in their head. We'll do it on a calculator. Bring out some toes, and we'll be
Definitely
all
not, Sean. Just saying.
Now, I'd heard a rumor that on different floors there's going to be a community kitchen.
Aha, so let's dispel rumor. Rumors are never good.
No.
There is one kitchen for the entire building. So there are not kitchens on every floor, every other floor.
Okay.
That was obviously a rumor.
Yep.
We are tailoring to freshmen, and we really support auxiliary services and our meal plans on campus. We're talking about building a new dining center on East Campus that I'm really not qualified to talk about. I've just heard the same rumor you have that we're breaking ground on that facility as well.
Dispel rumors with rumors. I like it.
But we want to ensure that our freshmen, primary freshman population, is eating in our dining centers. So we don't really need kitchens in all of our facilities. Our Arborview has kitchens in every unit, and our University Suites has what's called galley kitchens out there. So we feel like we have enough to accommodate the population. But it's not necessary to build kitchens throughout the entire building.
Gotcha.
And they're very expensive. They require all kinds of fire code and extinguishers and certifications and licenses. And so we feel like our students aren't ready to pay for that level of need.
Right.
Just give us a facility to cook our cookies when we want to on the weekend or make a nice meal every once in a while.
That's what I was just going to say. It's more of a, you got cookies, you got popcorn. Obviously, people already do that. But a little more freedom to cook the extras that you can't, per se, bring from auxiliary services.
Exactly.
I like it.
Bacon.
And we already talked about private bathrooms, so you're not doing the community bathrooms. I think that's like the standard thing. Is like college. You're gonna go to a shower with other people. Oh no. So
Can we not go there? That's just
tell us about the furniture. They're gonna be the beds, particularly. How comfortable are they going to be?
How comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, our mattresses are all bought out of one vendor, required by state contract. We do follow state law in that regard. So the mattresses are probably comparable to what you're going to experience around the rest of campus. We always encourage students to bring egg crates and other things to make the beds more comfortable. You're never going to satisfy everyone. They are going to be longer beds. We're now building 80-inch beds. So our students are growing. They're getting taller every day, every year. So some of those beds in Watson, Hall, and Boykin at 72 inches, we've just added 8 more inches. So we've lengthened them. They're all movable. If you're familiar with Downs D-Wing, that was a renovation project we did a year ago as a test to see what our best practices would be. We're really pleased with that furniture layout, and so to all you residents out there in Downs D-Wing that are sitting on the furniture right now, you're getting a first-hand look of what's going to be in Center Pointe Suites.
Awesome.
You are the test subjects.
Again, back to the showroom in University Suites Community Center. Again, that same furniture is over there as well. You can take a look at it.
And then there's going to be community rooms on each floor. Or is there just a main big community room? For
Okay, so
Center Pointe?
yes, there is community rooms on every floor. We got some nice big lounges. We try to set things up in the form of like neighborhoods, trying to identify 1 RA per neighborhood. A neighborhood's about 30 residents. That's our ratio that we think is a successful practice or programming plan for our new students. And so there are lounges on every floor. We're trying to put 2 TV locations in every lounge, thinking 1 TV is going to be hooked to cable, and we're thinking the other TV is going to be ready for gaming. But it doesn't mean that both of them can't be hooked up for. But we recognize how important technology is, and so we're running lots and lots of what's called conduit to add technology in the future. Now, with every construction project, budgets are tight, and so I don't know what opening day is going to look like. I don't know if I'm going to have 55 TVs hung or 5 TVs, okay? So, but what I have been very intentional in building this building is build me the conduit. Don't let me come back 5 years later and not be able to hang a TV because there's no cable on that wall. There's no wiring or the wall's too thin to hang a TV. So we're building lots of infrastructure, lots of conduit. So as money and revenue allows us in the future to upgrade, it's easy to upgrade. Right now in these traditional residence halls, you look around the walls, you want to add something, you run things along the walls. You run conduit. So we're spending more money bearing that conduit so we can come back later and make a better impression.
Gotcha. Opening day, what you mentioned that there for a second. Do you have a planned opening day?
Plan for opening day. So for those of you that have walked the property, you know as well as I do, it's going to be a tight fit. 600 residents in Center Pointe, 600 residents University Suite, 1,200 students trying to get in there in one day. Impossible.
Okay.
So we are beginning planning for move-in day 2012. I do not have anything concrete that I can share with you today, but I am pretty confident that it is impossible to move 1,200 people in one day.
No.
So you will
There's
see
no chance.
You will see a 2-day move-in or a 3-day move-in. There might be some chance for upperclassmen to move in a couple days earlier away
That'd be
from the
legit.
hassle. Just come out and help our freshmen have that great first day experience. So as many freshmen as we can that we can move it on one day.
Yeah.
But we're going to try to get our upperclassmen in a day or two earlier if we can. It's impossible.
Yeah.
We just can't get those amount of cars through there in an 8-hour day.
That is a lot of people, and that's just for that particular section.
That's
That's
just
not
that zone.
including others.
No.
So I like that idea, though. Upperclassmen doing almost like a registration thing. Upperclassmen first, then you move in, then you go to the next one, and
Because
freshmen.
they know the drill. They know, all right, I got this amount of time to get all my stuff in the car, so I'm going to get all my stuff out and move it in shifts.
And I don't know, but our upperclassmen, they're a little impatient with the freshmen. They're in their way. So
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to think about our upperclassmen a little more this year.
Awesome.
We do accommodate about 85% freshmen on campus. Only about 15 to 20% are upperclassmen, but those 20% are important to us, and so we need to spend some time thinking about them and
Of
being
course.
intentional in that planning.
That'll be good times. And are you going to move freshmen into this new suite?
Yes.
So freshmen will go straight into this one because
Yep.
I've heard that you're making changes where the freshmen get the old ones, the upperclassmen get that one. But
Well, let's dispel that rumor too. That is not true.
Bummer.
We've unfortunately sold this business plan to the Board of Regents as a freshman facility.
So.
Freshmen are required to live on campus, and so we're guaranteed, as long as enrollment continues, to have an incoming class of people to put in there. And so this first year, the only non-freshmen would be staff, RAs, et cetera, that are going to be living in there. I do anticipate, and we can talk about our upcoming construction a little bit later, I do anticipate as other construction comes online that Center Pointe Suites will not always be a freshman facility. So we don't want to begin the perception that it is a freshman building. It will be a freshman building year one only as of right now.
Okay. All right. I guess the final thing, and I know you're not in parking or transportation.
Uh-oh.
But
You knew it was coming.
you got 600 people moving in. Now, I don't think every single one of them will have a car, but you're looking at around, 400 to 600 cars. So how's that situation working out for you?
No comment. No, I'm not auxiliary services. We work very closely with them. I highly respect what that office does in trying to
Correct.
accommodate all the cars on this campus. I have experienced them taking and making our residence halls a priority. So I anticipate you to see them move down towards the Coliseum, down towards the Z6, and establish more parking down there for residential students. I cannot speak on behalf of them or make decisions on behalf of them, but what I can say, and I compliment and I appreciate, they have always looked out for the residential students, and have sometimes moved the off-campus partners further away and tried to bus them in. And so we have a relationship with some of our off-campus vendors for that very reason, to minimize the traffic on campus, bus some of those students in to make the experience for everyone a better one. So I welcome you reach out to Mark Reeves, our Director of Auxiliary Services, and ask him to speak on behalf of that. But I feel very confident he's working very hard to make it the best experience possible, but it's not a perfect situation.
No.
There is always talks on this campus about parking decks and additional parking. It costs money. So if there's anyone out there listening that's got money, it just costs a couple million. Just talk on it, just speak on up, and we'll start building parking decks.
Yeah. Thinking about it now, though, it's like for a MassCom alumni, it would be much cooler to have a MassCom building than a parking deck. So I'll just go ahead and
There you go. Okay.
I second that motion.
So I guess the cool thing about it, the reason it is Center Pointe Suites is because it is a center point on campus. So walking is not as bad as you think it is. So leave your cars at home, you bus it, and walk.
Exactly right. Many of you remember walking through the Roberts Field. That was a major, major thoroughfare. One of the things I'm very, very pleased with this new construction, and you can go online to our housing website and see pictures. You can go on to the Office of Facilities Planning and Management and see some pictures. But there is a tunnel that goes through the building that will recapture that very popular path. And there's a C-store along that tunnel, part of this residence hall. So once we pull those fences down, we anticipate Center Pointe Suites to be another thoroughfare for those students. We've very intentionally thought about our student traffic through the property, and we hope it will be a better walking experience once those fences come back down. So again, go to one of our two websites. It's kind of hard to see on the front picture.
Yeah, I see the you
gotta look real closely, but it is a tunnel big enough for a fire truck to pass through. So this is no small tunnel. It will allow like I said, emergency vehicles to pass through it. But again, the picture doesn't give it justice. But we do have pictures of the single and double rooms on there.
Those are nice.
And then you also see pictures of the lobby. Those are conceptual drawings right now. Please know that they are going to continue to change throughout time. And then something I'm really excited about and bragging about, but there's an outdoor grill, gas-fired grill for students to come out, kind of like your backyard. Fire up the grill. We're going to pipe in the gas underground and just hopefully make an awesome outdoor opportunity. You can see the courtyard there. It should be big enough to throw a frisbee, toss a football around. I'm just really, really excited. It's going to set the benchmark high.
Yeah.
It's setting the benchmark high. So when I talk about not plugging all the TVs up on day one, I'd rather put the money into the infrastructure, into some of these other things. I can add a TV layer. That's easy.
Sure. For sure. Well, I like it. I think it's going to be awesome. The freshmen are going to enjoy it. I know upperclassmen are going to hey, but
come visit.
Yeah, there you go. The final thing is, how bad will construction be on this side of campus, and how long will it take to build those new?
And we're talking about East Village now, right?
Correct.
All right. East Village, again, just extremely excited. We were talking about that and breaking ground in East Village. How bad will construction be? I don't think East Village is going to be that big of a deal because it's such a massive area of campus. We're fencing in all of Boykin, all of Downs, all of Bowden. Pub and Print will stay open for business throughout the entire construction, but the Art Annex disappears because they have a new location out by the track.
Right.
And a new dining facility is going to go up. So as long as we can get construction vehicles onto that property quickly and easily, besides that, you don't have those 1,000 residents on that east side of campus. So if you think about it, we're abandoning a lot of the
space
population through the month of construction. And so it might temporarily open some parking because there's no residential students living there. So it might actually be a real nice thing for a year. I guess what I'm going to say to you and say to our Office of Auxiliary Services, don't get used to it. I want my parking back.
Yeah, you'll need that back.
I need it back. But I don't think construction fences are going to take all that parking up that whole year. So
okay, cool.
That's
good to know.
It's going to be fun to watch. It's up on a high hill. We have a lot of terrain challenges. But you driving onto campus and you looking up, you're going to be able to see what's happening. You're going to be partake in what is happening on that East Village. I can't wait until you come down Main Street. You get up near McDonald's and you start to look up that point of campus. We're paying very special attention to that vision, that look, that feel says, wow, I am part of West Georgia, and I'm excited to be on this campus. We're hoping that we make a statement that just all of the students take ownership and say, I'm proud to be a West Georgia student, whether I live on campus or not. We care about the entire student body, not just the 3,000 that live with us. So stay involved with us. Stay on our website. Take a look at the pictures. They come along. I've got some preliminary drawings. I can't disclose them yet until the Board of Regents signs off on them, but Board of Regents should be looking at them in the next week or two, and the day they give their blessing and say that meets our expectations, we'll publish them. We want you all to be involved in this planning.
Awesome. Well, I love your enthusiasm. You seem like you have a fun job, and you love your job, and we would definitely love to have you back when you get more of that information out for us to know what's going on over there. And I appreciate your time today.
Let me know who, what, when, where, and I'll be here. I appreciate it. I think what you do is great.
Thank you.
Keep our students involved, and let us know how we can support your efforts to get more listeners and to do what we need to do. That's increase the value of what it means to be a West Georgian, and to encourage students to come go to school here, and more importantly, then graduate. So thank you all for inviting me. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, KH and Lindy are going to start the Twitter Tuesday for the next part, and I'm going to say goodbye to him real quick.
All right. Well, like Sean said, it is Twitter Tuesday as I roll over this way. Woo!
Twitter. Yeah.
Very awesome, by the way. Twitter Tuesday. All right, let's see what is trending on Twitter as Sean is saying his goodbyes and stuff. Let's see, we had, if you are single.
Single.
Of course, we said earlier, if you are single and good looking, it's Valentine's Day every other day.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
No.
If you are single, at least you don't have to spend money on anyone on Valentine's Day.
Woo.
That is true. That is very true.
Spend money on myself.
Exactly. Do you see any good ones? I don't know. This one's not really. It's not really funny anymore.
No.
All right. Well, let's move on to some more funny stuff. Candy Heart Rejects. Hashtag Candy Heart Rejects. Let's see. Your body is a wonderland.
That's
your
the
face
first
can
one
use
I
some-
saw.
Wow, Candy Heart Rejects. Your body is a wonderland, and your face could use some work. As Sean comes back in, and
Aww.
but Candy Heart Rejects.
Candy Heart Rejects. What was one y'all were laughing about? Your body. Y'all were laughing at me?
No. I was laughing because Lindy just snorted.
But
But we were looking at Candy Heart Rejects, and there was one that said, your body is a wonderland, but your face could use some work.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier. I was like, ouch. Ouch me gouchy. Let's just refresh it real quick. Man, we're out of time. Where'd the time go?
I don't know.
Because I'm having too much fun.
Exactly.
Oh, that one was bad. I don't even know if I should say that one.
Which one?
That
nope.
one.
No.
Let's see.
Oh, whenever I see you, my heart skips a beat. Call the doctor.
I need a doctor. 300 calories per serving, Candy Heart Rejects.
Ooh.
In the world?
You're not even worth a tweet.
Oh.
Voices in head chose you.
Oh, wait, go back down. There was one that I saw.
They're still not.
I like that one,
official.
Which one?
That one, we're still not Facebook official.
I was gonna say the one at retweet Evil Dumbledore. Roses are red, violets are blue. Does this cloth smell like chloroform to you? Creepy.
Candy
you
Heart
say creepy?
Reject. All right.
Yeah.
The next one we